Let's take a look for a moment at your build. So here's our Louisiana. Ah, you have discovered the joy that is damage control party modification 1, haven't you?
Yeah, I actually took that one off Bismarck because I couldn't afford a new one.
Yeah, it's so nice. Look at how long, 30 seconds of I don't get set on fire. It's nice. New giveaway is up, guys. Exclamation point ticket gets you in. What else? You've got damage. Okay, control mod 1. You've got artillery plotting room, and then you've got air group. So, all right, so you can spam them more, and they also live better. Rate and concealment and accuracy. Exactly what I would run. Are you using a special captain?
No, this is the captain I was using in early access.
All right.
Delaware.
All right. Now, why vigilance?
Why? Because the torpedo protection on this ship sucks.
Okay. Okay. And the reason I'm asking...
and it helps to spot torpedoes just slightly more.
Mm-hmm. The reason I ask is I found, and keep in mind I'm at Delaware so far, but I find that Brisk gives me the ability to relocate quickly. So okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I can see Brisk, but then again, you also have planes, so you could be like making your way from the side you just won to help the side that's losing, launch the planes, and then yeah.
So that's where I think Brisk comes in handy. But okay, so you've got adrenaline rush, you've got concealment, you've got fire prevention, gun feeder, and emergency repair. Now, personally, I haven't found a situation yet where I was happy to have gun feeder, but I don't switch ammo types much myself personally. So here's an example of where it comes down to personal preference. If you don't find yourself doing that, then don't use that skill. Wait and save that point for something else. Maybe you get grease the gears. Maybe you get priority target. Maybe you get brisk. Maybe you save until you've got to 21 and you get I would go focus fire training here so that your aircraft preparation time is even quicker.
Oh, that reminds me. I actually did redo the commander after this match.
Good.
So I have the 2 on the right side. The focus fire training and then the ASW one.
Really? You went for AA defense too? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know how much you hate subs, so that makes sense. All right. And then for flags, you went for anti-det, you went for ramming, you went for fire reduction, and then you went anti-air. I mean, makes sense, sure. And I know you like to be cautious with your use of flags, so that's fine. Let's take a look at your game then. You are top tier. There's 8s, 9, 1 9, and 10s. Now, Louisiana is a weird-ish battleship because you've got 2 triple turrets in the front, which you're used to seeing, and then you've got this abomination quad turret in the back. Now, you compare that with the Delaware that's got a dual turret in the back, and you compare that with the Nebraska that's got no turret in the back. So, if you think about it, the trend is, as you tier up, you get more barrels in the back. Now, I say that because I think a lot of players play the game to try to get that rear turret into battle. And when you do that, you show up an awful lot of side, especially the side here with your bridge. So, personally, when I've played these ships so far, and it's a limited amount of experience, but I would say plan to play it more as a bow-on ship and then use the rear turret if needed.
Yeah, and don't get caught broadside in this, because its citadel is above the water slightly, and it's exposed, so yeah.
Cthulhu says the quad turret strongly hits at what the U.S. super battleship above Montana might be. That is true. That's true. We got 10 seconds to go until we get to our stream raiders, and since we just started this, we're going to go ahead and run that off stream. Alright, so you kicked yourself sideways, you got a couple of shots off, and now you are looking for the sub. There are 2 of them, so you figure one has got to be on this side. Now your planes are available, so you might as well. Oh look, a Shimakaze. And you see that
Shima move going for the flank and not the cap.
I mean, it makes sense. And he's up against a Kagero, so... And the Kagero's getting pounded, I might add. Oof, okay. Good hit. I would have held that because he hit the border, and when you hit the border, you have no idea of knowing exactly which way the Kagero's gonna move. So you got very lucky there you got those 3 bomb hits, in my opinion.
Shima, not Kagero.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. Rip your Kagero, who DCP'd a fire and is now flooding to death.
Yep.
Yep.
Because he sat sideways to a Shima in a smoke.
I mean...
Don't do that. If you play Destroyers, don't sit sideways.
Why not, right?
Because what we just saw happen to Kagero, that's why.
I know. That was rhetorical. Alright, guys, let me get the next... Oh, alright. It's an unknown. It's our next Stream Raiders battle. Have you played a lot of the Louisiana?
When I first got it, yeah. And then just...
Okay. And why the part?
I got bored.
Okay. I'm asking because this is what a lot of players are working up towards right now, myself included. So, you know, it's nice to be able to share kind of your experience in the ship versus what people can expect. So, why are you bored of it?
Well, not so much bored, but... I don't know about this. A few times after you're getting focus fired down like really fast, or having to be the only Louisiana on my team against 2 divs of Louisianas on the enemy team, no thanks.
Okay, gotcha. I-56 detected. Yep, there it is. You might as well double it because you have a pretty good idea of where he is, sure. I would double click the minimap where the sub is, or F3 on it, just to try to encourage like the North Carolina to drop ASW on it.
That was a great battle. I need intelligence data.
I mean, I was actually... Yeah, I guess after time didn't say anything. I thought they all saw it, but...
Never expect that.
Yeah.
Especially with you clicking down there. I don't know what you're trying to click down there for, but doing so, you had a good shot on the Kansas and you've lost it now because you spent time clicking down there.
Oh, I was clicking on the sub where he was at.
You were clicking J23 or something.
Yeah. Oh.
See what I mean?
Oh, I was trying to get the cruiser to radar, see if the Shima was close. The Worcester.
Sounds kind of dodgy because we live long. Nice shot on the Shima. Oh god, big hits. And you're gonna follow up with planes. It's good. That's good. But yeah, when I'm playing and I see a sub, I assume that the rest of my team hasn't noticed it because I look at the minimap a lot, but a lot of people, their minimap looks like that, and you can't see crap on that. So I usually try to click on the minimap, try to encourage people to shoot subs when I see them, F3 and get stuff like that. Oh, take some bomb, Shima. Only takes 1. Ouch.
Yeah, I spoofed that one.
Well, fortunately for you, you've got a Kansas in front of you. So you can shoot the Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
And miss with everything. American dispersion for the win. Oh, look, you've attracted a Minotaur. Now, your flight deck will actually bounce Minotaur shells.
Yep.
Not so much your bridge side, so... It's unfortunate he's shooting you from that angle. If he was on the other side, you might bounce more of his stuff.
Full
Nice
volley.
kill. Oh yeah, full volley. You give him the cold steel.
Awaiting instructions. Alle Stationen melden.
It should have been a Depth Strike Pockington. It wasn't because subs. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I have also noticed, and write this down, a lot of people are complaining about these ships already, and they just got released at early access.
Well, they're complaining about the ship because not only do they shoot things, but they also can spot things, like what you're doing right now. Which I kind of get, you know? I've been able to do that with my Delaware, for example. Now, you went into drop, and then you changed to the map. You obviously changed your autopilot settings, which is fine, because now you can mess with the Shima and force him to choose. Does he use a smoke, or does he keep trying to dodge you? I feel like this drop is rushed. I think you didn't have to drop here. But you killed him, so whatever.
The reason I switched over to the map is so I could angle myself in and make sure I wasn't like too flat broad to the torps. 'Cause
Absolutely.
I knew they were coming.
So you only took 2 torpedoes instead of, say, 4.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you see what I mean by its torpedo protection sucks?
It does take a lot, yeah. And Minotaur coming up broadside to you. Here's the part where you get to show off the main battery of the ship. Although you're quite behind. You got lucky it didn't hurt you that game, but you were behind. I'd be pissed too, right, Seas Nuts?
Just a tad bit behind.
So now you slow down and turn in, figuring if the Minotaur luck chuck torps at you, he's going to do it along the white line. Makes sense.
And then I proceed into
Yeah.
cap to get the capture.
There's your salt in the chat. That would be the Shima. Oh, geez. You don't have to, like, razz him.
I mean, honestly, people who complain in this game no matter what, honestly, just cope or quit. I'm tired of seeing people complain. Cope or quit. No one's forcing you to play, but your complaining is not going to change anything.
Okay. I mean, I can understand that perspective. I can also understand the perspective that that player had very little fun in this particular match. Why aren't you dropping the Kansas?
CV.
Must assert dominance. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Dodging flak there. That's gonna hurt. 4 hits. Safety bunny. Hydrate will do. Thanks for the reminder. Cheers to you too. How you doing, man?
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
No complaints. Wrapping up the week. There you go. Nice, nice. Well, Beta's gonna take it up the butt, and from your shells, only one hit. Go figure. But wait, you've got planes.
Okay, just a heads up. The Sherman pisses me off, so I go a little off track.
Who pisses you off?
Our Sherman,
Why?
you'll see.
I mean, he's right there by a Fletcher.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target. Roger.
You're gonna drop the Bobeta here, or he's gonna die. Sherman's shooting him,
Our team is taking
as
the
you'd
lead.
expect. Gets the cap.
Yep.
Our victory is in sight.
See what I mean by off track?
Why, you're upset that he killed the carrier?
Because I was close to cracking.
Okay. I mean, one, if you said something in chat, you kind of said, give me crack, but I don't know. I don't know that people would understand what you're trying to say there.
Rush typing. Rush typing and
I could tell. Two, with the removal of flags and stuff for getting these achievements, they really don't mean much other than measuring your, you know what, against somebody else. I don't know that it really matters.
Good point.
You don't think these new battleships are that great, Seas Nuts? It's the stupidity of passive gameplay on top of more passive gameplay. And on top of that, spitting for free, let alone one-shotting destroyers. I mean, Wargaming decided to put it out there. Sometimes I get the feeling like they're not quite sure what to do now, so they're kind of, you know, putting things together, but we'll see. Maybe mines will change the game. Maybe something else. When in doubt, power creep. There you go. I mean, I'd rather play at tier 8. I'd rather play the Nebraska than the North Carolina, if I could choose. All right, here's your Louisiana game. Yeah, the only feedback I'd give to you is just, and I've given this to you before about being patient with your airstrikes. You seem to just jump right in, and I mean, in this case, it didn't hurt you, right? The border humping Shimakaze, you still hit him, and then later you still killed him. Both of which I was like, dude, why are you jumping at this? But oh well.
I mean, these aren't exactly CVs, they're hybrids.
Yes.
And you're not, you lose a plane, you lose 2 planes, okay, fine. Minute later, minute and a half later, you're going to have a full flight again.
Uh-huh.
So, it's not like, okay, I'm playing Parsifal, for example, and I fly over in Austin and lose all my planes. Yeah, I'm.
Uh-huh.
These are disposable planes. You're going to get them again and again and again throughout the match.
So that's a good point. I mean, versus a carrier where you have to really be concerned about conserving your aircraft. Instead, you don't really care if you just YOLO in and lose all of them, right?
And if you notice, I didn't really use my main guns on the Shima. I was saving those for the Zeaton, the sub, because he ran out of battery, Minnow, Kansas. Only really used the planes on the Shima.
If you had the ability to use your guns, you might as well. But I didn't really find that many cases where I'm like, why aren't you shooting your guns?
I mean, like, there was that one shot I did get on him, but still, with the hybrids, what you can do is you can, let's say, get in a gunfight with a Kansas,
Mm-hmm.
and you know there's a destroyer in the area. You don't know it is HP or nor has he been spotted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, chuck your planes out, go find that, drop it on him, and then
Fair
get
enough.
back to the gunfight. When your planes are back up, go after the DD again.
Yep. And,
I mean, if there's like,
I think that's the power of these ships, you know?
yeah, and like in a 1DD match, okay, you really don't have to worry about it, especially if it doesn't spawn on your flank. And then you could just focus all your firepower on this battleship or this cruiser, and then repeat that process over and over.
Mm-hmm. Well, thanks for sending that one in. I'm understanding that we have another one of yours to